Ladies and gentlemen,
This is it.
you expected a mystery.
Get your hand off of that.
You expected a puzzle.
Hello everyone, welcome back to English Joy. Today we will learn some words and expressions from Glass Onion. Before we start, don't forget to hit up the subscribe button. Let's get started.
Welcome to our office campaign center at kindergarten. We are losing our minds.
Welcome to our office, campaign center, and kindergarten. We are losing our minds. Lose your mind, to become mentally ill or to become crazy. For example, I am going to lose my mind if I have to stay here any longer.
Guys, it's music. It's music. Are you mocking me? Yes.
It's music. Are you mocking me? To mock someone. To laugh at someone, often by copying them in a funny but unkind way. For example, they were mocking him because he kept falling off his bike.
Ha ha. I'm gonna Shazam it.
I'm gonna Shazam it. Shazam. Used to say that something happens quickly and easily, as if by magic. For example, I wish to be in Paris and Shazam, there I was in front of Eiffel Tower.
I could not help but notice a stir at her arrival. Yeah, there was a stir.
I couldn't help but notice the stir at her arrival. I couldn't help but notice, to realize that something is happening, even though it's a little unusual. For example, I couldn't help but notice you're not wearing your ring. Stir. A lot of excitement or annoyance. For example, the scandal caused quite a stir at the time.
Doing great. I'm Andy.
It is very genial of you. I'm Benoit.
You're doing great. I'm Andy. That's very genial of you. I'm Benoit. Genial. Friendly or pleasant. For example, the teacher is very genial and she has good manners.
You got a flat tire there.
Thank you.
You got a flat tire there. Thank you. First meaning of flat tire. A tire doesn't have any or enough air in it. For example, on their trip, they got a flat tire. Second meaning, to give someone a flat tire, to make someone's shoes come off. For example, when I gave him a flat tire, everyone laughed. Third meaning, to get a flat tire, used for shoes. When you get a flat tire, your shoelace is untied.
I am mortified.
I'm mortified. Mortified, extremely offended, ashamed, or embarrassed. For example, Nora was mortified to discover that her daughter had been out drinking.
Why? I've got the predefinite detective in the world at my murder mystery party.
I've got the predefinite detective in the world at my murder mystery party. Predefinite, clearly known, seen, or stated from past to now. Mystery, something strange or not known that has not yet been explained or understood. For example, the mystery was solved when the police discovered the murder weapon.
That is so legit.
That is so legit. Legit, first meaning, honest or not trying to deceive people. Second meaning, legal. For example, are you sure he is legit? Don't worry, the deal is strictly legit.
And each of you, you'll stab a friend in the back to hold on.
And each of you, you'll stab a friend in the back to hold on. Stab someone in the back. To do something harmful to someone who trusted you. For example, he had been stabbed in the back by people that he thought were his friends. Hold on. To make yourself continue to do what you're doing, although it's difficult. For example, if you can just hold on, I'll go and get some help.
Miserable in paradise. We've all earned this.
No, miserable in paradise, we've all earned this. Miserable, unpleasant, and causing unhappiness. For example, what a miserable condition. Paradise, a place or condition of great happiness where everything is exactly as you'd like it to be. For example, his idea of paradise is to spend the day laying on the beach.
Are we even going to talk about the elephant in the room?
Are we gonna talk about the elephant in the room? The elephant in the room, an obvious problem or difficult situation that people are unwilling to talk about it. For example, I don't want to ask the question, but it is the big elephant in the room.
What happened? Did he choke? What happened?
What happened? Did he choke? Choke. If you choke or something chokes you, you stop breathing because something is blocking your throat. For example, she choked to death on a fish bone. Children can choke on peanuts.
There's no obstruction in his airways.
There was no obstruction in his airway. Obstruction. Something that blocks a road passage or entrance so that nothing can go through it. For example, there was some kind of obstruction on the railway tracks.
We won't know the exact cause of death without an autopsy,
But we don't know the cause of death without an autopsy. Autopsy, the cutting open examination of a dead body in order to discover the cause of death. For example, they performed an autopsy. The body arrived for autopsy at the Dallas hospital.
a famous detective shows up.
A famous detective shows up. Show up. To arrive somewhere to join a group of people, especially late or unexpectedly. For example, I invited him for 8 o'clock, but he didn't show up till 9:30.
And out of the blue starts poking the subject to your sister.
Out of the blue, start poking the subject of your sister. Out of the blue. If something happens out of the blue, it is completely unexpected. For example, out of the blue, she announced she was leaving. Poke. To push your finger into something or someone to discover a subject. For example, he poked a hand into his pocket. Thanks everyone for watching. Don't forget to visit my channel. There you will find some useful videos on English learning. See you!